Hello, my friends. Hello, hello, hello. It is Business Building Tuesday. Getting some lighting where it needs to be. So let me bring you 1 second. Yeah? Let me. Yeah. That's cool. How's that work? Absolutely, guys. Welcome to another edition of Business Building Tuesday. My name is Xavier, and it is great to be with you guys tonight. I am looking forward to, looking forward to answering some great questions tonight. You guys are, kind of my second family, and we spend every Tuesday together from 7 until you guys have the last question. And so that is what that's what we have going on. So I'm just pulling up some other info right now. And pulling up some other info right now so that we can continue on with tonight's broadcast. Get the camera just a little too far in. There we go. And I need to share some of this stuff out tonight so that everybody is kind of on the same wavelength. So we are live. Again, welcome tonight. It's Business Building Tuesday. It's where we actually come in and we do our some helping, give some advice, and kind of walk through sort of where we are in business and how you guys can be assisted in increasing your business and increasing the profitability of your business. That's what this Tuesday business building session is. So, I've been doing it for a little over a year, and it started as a conference call. And so with the conference call, it was very simple. Everybody can use a phone, and so we used the phone. And when we used the phone, we were able to get some things done, and we went from there. But what essentially this is, it's an opportunity to speak directly to businesses, to speak directly to the individuals that are in the marketplace, that are doing the work, and to give you some advice, to give you some assistance in what it is that you want to do in business. In business, oftentimes we are specialists in our area. We're not specialists in building and growing businesses, but we're specialists in the thing that we do. And so we need that additional help. And just throughout the years, what I've seen is that individuals outside of the business realm, we don't necessarily ask for the help when we need it. And unfortunately, it caused some businesses to shut down. It costs businesses, employees, and literally thousands and sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue. So this is where we are. Again, welcome tonight. The format of how tonight works is this. What you do is when you have questions, you simply put them in the comment bar. You simply put them in the comment bar, any question about your business, and then I give you assistance and we speak to your business. We speak to the things that you have going on right now in your business so that you can be in a better place in your business. So now until individuals begin to ask questions, we go through a brief teaching in those intermission moments. And so we talk through that. So that's where we are. Again, welcome to tonight's broadcast, and really looking forward to, like I said, spending time with you guys tonight and talking through some of the things that you are struggling with or dealing with in your business. And so that's kind of my ministry. That's what I do. A little bit about me. I have been an entrepreneur for over 20 years. I've opened probably 15 plus businesses. I've had the opportunity to work in corporate America as a regional vice president. I oversaw colleges. I managed a $50 million budget. And then just my own businesses have produced income. My own companies over the last 20 years have produced gross revenue of over $2.5 million. So that's a blessing. It's been an awesome experience. And so we speak to the things that we're strong in. And so I speak to that. I speak to my strength is business startup. And that's what I do. I start businesses, and starting those businesses, we find ourselves in a great place. So with that being said, I hope you guys have had a great week. And if you see me looking off screen here, it's simply sharing this information out to the world and getting some feedback so we can begin to kind of move forward with tonight's session, so to speak. And I have something a little special for you guys tonight. So as we are talking about, as we are talking about, what you guys have going on in business, we're putting it. I'm sorry, guys. I just needed to share that real quick. Sorry about that. So what I wanted to do tonight with Business Building Tuesday, and keep in mind, guys, as you come in and out of the discussion, if you have any questions about your business, any questions about marketing, advertising, profitability, how to determine if your business is making a profit, any of that information, you can simply write down in the chat, just ask away, ask the question. And so if I'm in the middle of teaching something, I'll finish that point and then jump right to your question. And, at the end of the day, man, there is no shame in not knowing, right? There's no shame in not knowing sort of what's going on in your business. And hold on, I clicked. In not knowing, right? So there we are. So anyway, here we go. We're rocking on. But tonight, I did have something special for you guys tonight. I wanted to do just a review of some of our past weeks in going Facebook Live and talk through what that actually looks like on the surface. Let me turn my phone off and let's see. Put that on silent. And so as we go, and once again, guys, don't be. I'm not paying attention to you. I look off to the side because I want to make sure that there are no questions that are pending. And so, as questions come through, we go through and we answer those questions. So tonight, what I want to do is I want to review some of the topics and things that we've talked about in the previous weeks, and it's important that you understand that when I give away this free training, I give it away because of a few things. One, as I said earlier, when you open your business, you are a master in your product or service. And there's no shame in not being a master in running a successful business, in running the things that are pertinent to a business being successful. There are certain items and systems that we're going to talk about tonight that are very important for any business to be in business and to be a healthy business. I've been consulting businesses probably on my own over 10 years, and what I'm noticing in businesses, and these are things that I dealt with myself in my own business, is I I didn't know what I didn't know. Like, I had no clue that I didn't know the various aspects of running a business and how to manage those different ideas and manage those different metrics, that my business would be profitable. There were times where my business made money, but my business wasn't profitable. And those are the things that we need to begin to think about. Those are the things that we need to work through in our day-to-day. So keep those things in mind as we continue to move forward. Now, with that being said, what we're going to do is I want to jump right into some of the systems, and then I have a presentation for you guys tonight that I think that you'll enjoy. I think you'll like, and it's just a little bit of teaching. It's just a little bit of teaching, but we'll be doing it from a PowerPoint, and I just wanted you guys to kind of get a feel for that. So I will get that started here momentarily, and put us in a good spot. And I think that, like I said, I think you guys will enjoy that. So let me hold on a quick second. I'm running two screens, and so it does weird stuff sometimes. So just give me a quick moment as I do get us set up. Technology is very, very interesting, and so you have to be very, you have to be ready. You have to be ready for these things as they pop up. And so just let's see. Yeah. And so, as I said, guys, we're in a building mode, and I want you to I always want you guys to be aware of what's going on, and let's see, the law of awareness. Yeah. Let's see. Still going double screen on me, and that's okay. It's okay. Just want to make sure you guys can see it. But we'll jump into it. We'll jump into that in a little while. So, with that being said, I don't want you guys to, don't fear. Xavier is here, and we're going to, that's all one screen. Okay. So, as I said, keep, you guys can see my whole screen, can't you? Those are my kids, my awesome, awesome kids. Let's see. Keynote. And then I'm just going to hit play. Yeah, so we'll come back to that in a moment. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of put it out there to you guys tonight, so that we are, so that we're in a good spot. And let's see. Oh, clicking the wrong thing. There we go. There we go. So With that being said, as I said tonight, all I want to do is I want to go through some of the things that I wrote down. I apologize with the glare off of the ring light back there. But there's a few things that I want to show you tonight. And as we get this ball rolling for this evening, and that is a bright light, isn't it? There we go. That's a little better, but it darkens my face. That's okay. So as we talk tonight, guys, I want to bring to the forefront some of the things that you need to be thinking about in your business, right? Some of the things that you need to be really focused on and really dedicated to as you are running your business. And so, just it on a little bit. A little bit of light, and see if I can make an adjustment on the camera. Just off camera 1 second, guys. Give me a moment, and I'll be right back. So I just want to. Make it a little brighter for you. So, as we're talking tonight, I want to, like I said, I just want you to be focused on a few of these systems and why they are important to your business and why they are important to everything that you are doing in business right now. 1 second. It is. I think that's better. There we go. So to everything that you're doing in business right now, I know I'm a little dark right now, and I apologize. There we go. That's a little better. So there's a few things that I want you to realize tonight, a few things that I want you to think through. And we talked about this a few weeks ago. So every business is built on a few pillars. So think of a house, right? Think of a house. 1, 2, 3, 4, and those are the pillars that hold up the house, right? Those are the things that keep the house stable in what it's doing. Now remember, guys, as you do come into the chat, if you do have any questions, just write down below, hit the chat button, put in whatever you need to put in as far as a question about your business, and then we'll answer that question as we keep going. But of course, in the meantime, what we'll be doing is just doing some teaching, okay? And so the first thing, 4 business systems, and these are the 4 business systems that are mandatory. They're necessary for not only your business to run, but for your business to be healthy. If you think of the systems of the body, circulatory system, the lymphatic system, circulatory, lymphatic, and believe it or not, I taught medical massage therapy for years, and I forgot my systems. But with that being said, you have systems of the body that make sure the body stays healthy and runs. It's in what's called homeostasis or balance. The same thing goes for your business. And so these are some of the things that you need to think about. And we're going to go into more detail in a moment when we begin to look at the slideshow. Okay? The first system that you need to think about is customer acquisition. Right? How do you get your customers, and what do you do? What system are you using to pick up a customer base? And that's just the stuff you need to think about. And again, these are 4 systems that you need to be thinking about with your business. Now, if you do have a question, as you guys are watching tonight, just simply put the question down below. I'll pause and answer the question for whatever it is that you have going on. If you have questions about this, I can definitely answer questions and how this relates to your specific business. So don't be shy in asking that question tonight. So the 4 business systems you need to be thinking about is 1 is customer acquisition. How do you get your customers? Where do they come from? And what system do you use? This is not necessarily just software, though you can use software with this. This is a system. This is something that is normal for your business. This is a process. This is it's literally a documented component of your business, and it needs to be there. You should be talking about it often, and if you're not, you're really doing your business a disservice, because what happens is, because if you don't have a strategy, if you don't have an idea of how you're going to acquire your customers, what does that look like? Am I going to go straight social media? Am I going to go face to face? If I am going face to face, how often and where? And what's my customer profile? All of those things goes into the customer acquisition. Now, I don't want you to be afraid of that, because these are things that you don't necessarily have to do when you initially start the business. The way I teach, and we have a free 7-day business program. And with the program, you just go. That's the idea behind the program. You simply just get up and you go. And I teach you in 7 days how to start and launch the business in 7 days. So it's very possible to do. I do it, and I've done it multiple times. It's a proven process. So it's not something I'm throwing out that's theory. I'm telling you exactly what it is, and it could be any business. It could be whatever it is that your specialty is, whatever it is that your thing is. It can definitely be that. So definitely keep in mind, if you do have any questions tonight, right in the chat below, you can simply ask whatever question about your business, if you have an idea, and we can chat through that. So in between the questions, I do teaching. And so you could do that. So if you do have any questions tonight, feel free to just put it in the chat. It'll pop up, and then we'll begin to address your questions. And those questions can be anything in relation to your business. It could even be going into leadership. It could be going into personal growth for you as a leader. One thing that I know is that your business will never outgrow you. I know that for a fact. I know that your business will only grow as large as your knowledge base. I'm not talking about learning one little technique and then trying to grow your business with it. I'm talking about, where are you as an individual? We're going to talk about that tonight, actually, when we get to the PowerPoint presentation in a moment. Because I do want, those are things, this is a presentation I did for another group, but I do want to share it with you guys. I want to talk to you about it and what I shared with them as future entrepreneurs, or as entrepreneurs, business owners, leaders in their community, leaders in their business. They could be working for another company, and these are the things that you have to think about, right? So anyway, we'll get to those in a quick moment. But right now, I'm just talking about the system. So remember, if you do have a question, just like every single week, simply post the question right in the chat below, and I'll begin to answer those questions as they pop up. So the first system that you need, of course, is the customer acquisition system. How do you get your customers? And you need to know that. You need to document that. We're not talking about business planning. And a lot of this is covered in a well-documented business plan. I teach a 30-minute business plan piece, but I encourage people, when they're trying to start a business, to don't spend a lot of time on the business plan. It's weird. It's kind of counterintuitive. I've got some pushback from the business community. Oh, you're telling people not to do business plans. It's not that. What it is that I've noticed that over the years, as I coach and work with people, if they don't, they'll spend more time in the business planning phase, and they're still broke at the end of the business plan. Literally, they put hundreds and hundreds of hours into writing a business plan and doing all of the research that goes along with that. And when they finish, they're no closer to starting than they were before they even wrote the business plan. So what I do is I teach people really a 3 or 4 point system of the things that you need to think about, right? What are you selling? Who are you selling it to? And where you're going to sell it, right? What's the price of it? And then you start. Because I want you to start. I call it a proof of concept. When you have a proof of concept, you can move at lightning speed. But if you don't even know if the concept itself is going to make money for you, then I definitely encourage you not to spend a ridiculous amount of time writing a business plan on something that you don't even know if people are going to buy. You don't even know if people are going to want the service. And so I believe in a proof of concept, and go out and try it. If you want to sell fish on the corner, then set up one weekend and sell fish on the corner. If you want to babysit parrots, if you like birds, you like parrots, and you want to babysit parrots, set it up, man. Find you 2 or 3 customers. Find somebody that'll pay you to do whatever it is that you want to do, and get some money in your hand first. Once you do that, then you begin the other process. I think one of the greatest mistakes that a lot of businesses make, they go and get incorporated. They get incorporated, they get a tax ID, And once they get those things, they feel as if they've accomplished something, and you haven't. So anyway, I'll get down off the soapbox now and continue with what I'm talking about. These are the 4 systems that you need to have in place. One is customer acquisition. The second one is product or service delivery. You need to have it documented. How are you going to deliver your service or your product? And we're going to get more into that in a moment. Next is customer retention. How do you retain your customers? You spend time, energy, and money to get your customers to walk into the door to do business with you. If you don't have a system set up to retain the customers that you spent good money to get, then you don't need to be in business. So you need to think through that. How am I going to retain my customers? How am I going to reactivate them when it's time to reactivate them? So anyway, so that's a customer retention. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then operations. How does your business operate? How do you manage the money? How are the deposits done? When are the deposits done? How's the pay done? What are some of the deep intricacies of the business? And so that is just something to think about. And we have got a comment. Hey, Miss Jackson. Hey. Thanks for checking us out tonight. And so it's absolutely my pleasure. I saw your post yesterday in one of the other rooms, and I want to encourage you. Like I really want to just speak to you and tell you first, congratulations. You can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like you can start the business. You can start the business. You can be successful at it. Fear is normal, right? On my blog post, XavierJohnson.com, you can go there. You can see it. I did a post on the 3 attributes of fear, or 3 things about fear, and we make fear we're so afraid of fear. But fear is good. Fear makes you cautious. Fear shouldn't paralyze you, but fear should make you cautious. So I understand some of the apprehension, and what I do also want to encourage you to do is to go right on the website, XavierJohnson.com. If you go back to your post, I put a link there. I do a free 7-day training. If you could literally take whatever business idea you have and do this 7-day training and go and make money, I promise you, I go from helping you determine what business you want to start, a brainstorming session, so you'll download the worksheet or you can just write on a sheet of paper, and I walk you through on how to look at what are you good at, what business could you start, what could you be successful at without having to learn something new, right? Now, this is no shun at network marketing or anything like that. I think all of those things are great, and they have good systems in place, and there are many, many individuals that are successful at it. But what I want you to do is I want you to make money with what you already know. That's first. If you can bake, I want you to bake. I want you to do exactly what you already know how to do. And this is why that's important. If you can go and make money with the stuff that you already know, the same thing that it took to make money doing something that you already know is the same thing that it takes to make money at a new venture, right? The principles are the same. It doesn't necessarily matter. So, awesome. Thank you so much. And listen, you can reply via email. You can leave questions there in the course. It rolls out one day at a time, and I do that on purpose. Because what happens is we get in and we get so excited and we rush. And I don't want you to rush it, right? I want you in 7 days, if you follow the things that I put in that course, 7 days, you can come right back to this post and say, I made $100 doing whatever. Because that's all I want you to do. I want you to get out and make $100 just doing what you already know how to do and go from there. So these videos are designed for that. Now let me ask you a question. Did you already have an idea of a business that you wanted to start? Is that something you already wanted to, do you already know what it is that you want to start? And I'll be looking at the screen for your reply. Like if you already know what business it is that you want to start, just let me know. Just let me know, and I want to dig through that a little bit because once again, the system itself is simple. The system is simple. So full service gift boutique. And so that means, and just help me, right, that um, you help individuals buy gifts, or you have gifts for individuals to buy for special occasions, things like that. I'm just waiting on a reply. Anybody else that's on tonight? And what you guys will see is that we actually like and as I said, there's a lot of people who say they do business and say they do consulting and and that's great. I'm not going to sell you anything to help you build your credit. That's not what I do. We do have courses that are paid courses. We have mentoring programs and all that great stuff. But I give away this because I want you, it's a couple of reasons. One, I want to gain a relationship with you, and I want you to know you're talking to somebody that's a real person, that's not, finna, sell you a bunch of dreams. That's one. Two, as we build this rapport, this is my gift, right? So if your gift is doing the gift boutique, that's your gift and you're excellent at it. What I'm doing right now, I'm excellent at. And that's not an arrogant statement. It's just a statement of fact. It's a statement of confidence that I know that I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else, but I know that I'm good at what I do. So anyway, so with that said, so you do a lot of vendor events and have pages. Okay, all right. So when you look at your business, when you look at the gift boutique business, and you say you do a lot of vendor events. Can you do this for me? Because I'd love to work with you just to give you some ideas right now, if you're okay with that. Can you put one of the links, or put a link to your page and your Instagram, put it right there in the chat? And I'll walk through it and give you a business coaching session, or what it should be. I'll do it right now. Just so when you walk away from this, you will know exactly what you need to do to get out there and make some money. So if you can just put your link to your profile, to your either your Instagram name or your Facebook page profile. I want to take a look at it real quick and give you some feedback. And this is huge for you also. This is huge. If you're doing vendor events and things like that, this is you come by a lot of people. And so the first thing I'll tell you is, if you don't already have a system, you need to have a system in place to collect the emails. You have to have that, especially for your business. Getting your email list together is huge, because that's the way you sell. Facebook bought Instagram, and I talked about that in one of the videos, but they took it for a steal. So anyway, we'll talk about that on another day. But the friends and the connections you have on Instagram and Facebook, those are borrowed. Those are not, you don't own that list, right? So for your business, it is super, super important for you to have an email list. Because you are doing gifts, that means that individuals will use you year round. And so it's really important. Okay. So you do a personal shop for a few clients. Digging in for almost 5 years. Love gifts, yeah. Engaging, personalize a lot of your crafts, t-shirts, glasses, handbags. Passion and purpose on Facebook. And passion is purpose, because they changed it on Sunday. Gotcha. On Instagram. Okay. So let me, what I want to do is, I'm going to go to Instagram. Let me take my phone real quick, and I'm going to go ahead and friend you over there on Instagram because I want to see it, so I can give you some ideas. And it's great. And it's great that you're passionate about what it is that you're doing. I am a fan of, folks doing things that they are passionate about. I don't think it's necessary for successful business. The third. I don't think it's necessary for successful business, but I think that it is P2 underscore the third. I'll put S. Golly. 2 underscore. Gotcha. And I am following you. Okay? You said that you do collect emails, but have never executed a mailer because you just needed direction. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. So I'm on your Instagram page. A lot of good info. I see it. That's nice. Gift Boutique. Passion is Purpose on Facebook. So I'm going to run over there real quick too. So I want to just take a look at that. Passion is Purpose. Passion is Purpose. I got it. And really nice. Oh, that's nice. Okay. And so what I'm assuming is that a lot of the things that I'm seeing, these are things that you've done as gifts. Wow, this is really nice stuff. Really nice stuff. It's really nice. Gotcha. Yeah, this is really super duper nice. Okay, all right. So I got a few ideas for you. One, so let's talk about your mailing list, right? Your mailing list is literally like an ATM. It is literally like an ATM. When you have your mailing list, this is the beautiful thing about that. Everybody knows somebody who has a birthday in every month. You may not think about, like I can't remember people who have birthdays, in every month of the year. But when that month rolls around, Facebook, Instagram, something is going to show me somebody's birthday for that month, right? And so you literally can send out an email. I would do once or twice a week, and that seems like a lot, but it's really low. But once or twice a week. For right now, you can start with once a week. But I would at least in the next 30 days, I would get myself up to at least 2 emails a week. And this is what you do. And I don't know if you can see this screen or not. Let's see. Yeah. So what you do, you want to put yourself together a marketing calendar. All right? You want to put together a marketing calendar. On one of the blogs on the website, I do a free teaching on marketing calendar. I think the blog post is the major thing that businesses are missing out on now. And in that blog post, I have a free download. It's a marketing calendar. So you download, and this is basically how I want you to start thinking about your business. Okay? So think about your business in quarters, right? Think about it in quarters. So January, February, March, okay? And then you go into April, May, June, okay? And you got July, August, September, we got October, November, December. Okay, can you see that? Can you see it? Let me see. All right, so we put a line here to make it easier to read. So you think about your business in 4 quarters, okay? Now, when you're looking at the 4 quarters, you begin to develop your specials for those quarters, okay? So here in February, we already know we have Valentine's Day, right? So we have, I'm just going to put a heart. We already know we have Valentine's Day in February, right? Between March and April, we have, what's a holiday? We have, what is it, green? St. Patrick's Day, okay? So here we have St. Patrick's Day, so St. S-T, that's for St. Patrick's Day. January, we have New Year. And I'm just going to do one, just to show you the thinking that you have, okay? Now keep in mind, this is still talking about your mailing list, right? But you begin to develop your products on a quarterly basis, right? So they have a quarterly theme, and you probably already do some of this stuff. So you know, if I'm saying stuff that's duh, then I'm sorry. But so here we go. So in January, we know that we have New Year, right? So you can make gifts that are just make you 5 or 10 things that have a pretty good profit margin, right? At least a 50% profit margin. And I'm just going to explain it just because I can't talk to you. But a 50% profit margin, if you sell an item for, let's say, $10, then it needs to only have cost you around 5. 5 is 100%, so $7, something like that. So $5 to $7 is what it needs to cost you if you're selling it for 10. Personally, in retail, in my own businesses, in the past that I've owned, I don't like to mess with anything that I can't do 100% on. So if I can't double my profit on something, so if you make something and it costs you $10, you need to be able to get $20 for it. Now, it has to have the value, and we'll talk about that in a second. It has to have the value, not value as in using expensive stuff, but the value to pull on the heartstrings, and we'll talk through that. But with that being said, so we look at quarterly. Let's look at January, New Year's. So people starting a brand new year, there are all kind of slogans and quotes, right, that people use in the beginning of the year, right? Lean and mean in 2018. Do it again in 2010. So you have that kind of stuff, and you can begin to search around for those quotes. If you own 4 or 5 pastors' Facebook page, trust me, they'll come up with something crazy to say. But so you could do that, right? And that can go on something. You can also do a general birthday. So every month you need to be having a birthday something, right? So some sort of gift. So just like a Hallmark card, you have a Hallmark gift, and you make it easy for people. Anything that I would do with a gift, I would do $20 or less, and it would only cost you $5 or so. I would say 5 to 7 to make it, and then I'd sell it for around 20. That would be customary for me. Customary. So you make 10 or 20 of these things, and it can go with the zodiac signs, right? So you can do zodiac, right? So your Aquarius, your Gemini, whatever that is. And we're not talking about belief. I know a lot of people don't believe in it and all that, but that's not your deal. You run a business, and you're in business to make money. So let's do that. So make some general things with zodiac signs. Aquariuses are the best. Aquariuses are, top notch. Or God broke the mold when He made Aquarius and all of that. So you can always do that for each and every zodiac sign. And then you'll have to, and you know, the zodiac signs don't really fall with the calendar like that. So they go over in months and things like that. So, but have your zodiac line. So think about your gifts in a line, right? Just like Chanel or Gucci, right? Those are product lines. Think about your gifts having a line. This is and I'm just going to use simple names, but you can definitely come up with something greater. This is the birthday collection, right? This is the zodiac collection. This is the breast cancer collection. This is the domestic violence survivor collection. This is the single mothers collection. This is the married couples collection. Does that make sense? So you can have the different collections, and then as you make these products, you don't have to make a lot, right? But if your profit margin is there, you can do exceptionally well. So each month, you with me? Okay, I see. So each month, that's what we're doing, right? We're having something that's specific to the month or to the zodiac sign. For birthdays, this is the birthday collection. Happy birthday, you're turning 40. I would do those trademark ages, right? So I do a 21, I would do a 30, I would do a 40, 50, 60, and after that, the older people, they just stop caring after that. But so I would do those landmark ages and do some really nice gifts for those. And then, depending on the collection, right, you can stretch people a little bit, right? You can stretch them. So I don't know the average price for the gifts and things that you make, but wouldn't it be amazing when you go to an event, people give you their email address and they give you their birthday, right? Email address and birthday, and all you need is month. That's all you need. All you need is the month. So when you're doing your mailing list, you know exactly when to send out these things. So, and there are a good amount of people who buy gifts for themselves. So also keep that in mind too, right? So in January, we have New Year. We have, like I said, all kind of people, all kind of slogans and things like that. And so we think that we make some gifts with those slogans on it, right? What are things that people can use? What kind of gifts can you make that people can use? I saw I didn't like it personally, but I saw a Georgia doormat. I'm an Alabama fan, Roll Tide, don't hate, but I saw a Georgia doormat on I think it was on the Facebook page. So those are little things like that. So always think through that. February, of course, we have Valentine's Day. Probably will be the busiest time of the year for you. Men will eat it up. I mean, if you think about it, if you turn around and make 50 of these beautiful gift baskets that every woman would want, and you only make 50, right? You only make 50. Let's say you got $10 in them, right? Or 10, maybe 15. You can even do 20 bucks into the basket. Got some smell good in it, and with that you can set up wholesale accounts with some of these perfume makers and things like that. You may even be able to get some of those products not only at wholesale, but you may be able to get some for free because it is free publicity for those companies. So if you find any company that makes women products that they want to sell, makeup folks, lingerie, I wouldn't mess with lingerie because it's size, but makeup, oils, creams, lotions, hair products, things like that, you probably could get free samples from various vendors who make these things, because what you're doing is you're pushing them out in the market for free, right? They don't have to do any marketing, they don't have to do anything, but just send you the product. And you're not asking for thousands of bottles, you're asking for just a small amount, and those go into the baskets. And as those go into the baskets, boom, you sell them, and now they just gain a lifetime customer if their product is good. Yep, so Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. So those are, but I'm telling you, I believe that you could turn around and you could do just as much business any other time of the year than those 2 days. Absolutely. Those are absolutely going to be busy, but women want stuff on their birthday. And they have birthdays every day, right? So we want to make sure that we give them something that's doable. Like I said, I don't know your profit margin on your baskets. I don't know, on the gifts that you make, but start thinking about it. Look at the time, come up with some kind of hourly thing that you do. And I'm not saying that you have to keep your stuff may be more than $20. I'm just throwing out simple numbers from my mind, but always keep an eye on your profit margins, looking at what, this is what I paid for it, and this is the time that I put into it. Now, you can't always do that. Sometimes things are based on value. And what that means is, if I'm doing this for Valentine's Day, rock on. I'm glad you get it. I'm glad I can give it. Let's say you're doing something for Mother's Day. If someone lost their mother, or their mother is sick, or someone is in the hospital, how great would it be for me to do a special order, right? A special gift, a special basket. Now, these special baskets are expensive, right? These could go into the $150 or the $75 to $200 baskets. And you need to have those options for people. Everybody won't do it, but you're going to have 1 to 2% of your population, of your customer base, that's going to do the custom stuff, because they don't want anything generic. They want their own signature on A, B, and C. And you can literally set it up to where you show them different materials, you talk to them, you find out, what's the motivation behind the gift. It sounds like that's what you do anyway with a lot of your products, and then you make something custom for them. The thing with the custom business is that there's not enough customers that will pay you top dollar, which is what you need, and that makes the time make sense for you to sit down and do custom baskets or custom gifts all day long. They just don't have that. So you have to have something general that you can give to the public, something general people can buy. I'm going to give you another one. This is, when you make your basket, this is the first place you need to put it. Amazon.com. You take a picture of that basket, you simply take a white background, like a white sheet, and take the basket, or take whatever the gift is, right? You set it on there and you take a picture of your cell phone, it's fine. Taking those pictures and upload those, they will sell like hotcakes, I'm telling you, on Amazon. The reason being is because you open yourself up literally to a 10 million customer base, right? And so when people are looking for these beautiful things, what people here in the area won't buy, trust me, somebody in California will. Somebody in different parts of the world, different parts of the state, different parts of the U.S. will pay the money. I'm telling you, there's money in it. So when you start thinking about making your stuff in bulk, and I tell you, if you don't think I'm telling the truth, whatever you got laying around the house, put it on Amazon. If you got something that didn't sell, put it on Amazon. See if it sells. Just put it on there, right? With Amazon, they pay the shipping, right? The customer pays the shipping anyway. Put it on there and see what happens. See how quick you sell it. So that's one, okay? So you kind of get the idea of going through the months. Now, this may take you an hour, 2 hours. If it took you 6 hours, it's worth it, right? Because it gives you strategy on what you need to do for the whole year. You could take, 2 or 3 hours, get some of your good friends, your significant other or friend or somebody who you trust their opinion. You could go down and do your entire marketing calendar for the year. You'll know exactly what products you're going to make when, how you're going to make them. So you want to have that thinking partner that can help you go through these things. Right here, I know it's winter, right? The time of year, the season plays a big part too. When we go into April, May, and June, we know that we're dealing with spring, right? We're dealing with spring. So what spring-themed baskets or gifts? I keep saying baskets like that's all you do. What spring-themed gifts can you come up with? Summer, right? Fall. And so as you think of those things, always focus on your profit margin. Make sure that it does make sense, and make sure that your time is well compensated. If you can, and let's say in an hour, you can churn out 5 gifts, right? Let's say you can churn out 5 gifts stocked, right? So it's, let's say it's this, right? Let's say you can make 5 of these in an hour, whatever this is. That means it's easy. That means if you're doing 5 in an hour, 60 minutes, you're spending what? Roughly 10 to 12 minutes on the gift, right? 10 to 12 minutes on the gift, and you can make 5 in an hour. This needs to sell for the minimum of $20. Because if it does, now, if you sell all 5, that is $100 an hour. And that is money, right? You get what I'm saying? Here's the other thing you need to start thinking about. If you make these in bulk, let's say you're selling them for $20, that's your retail price. It only costs you $7 to make, okay? Let's say it costs you $7. You start your wholesale accounts. You start your reseller account. So now you walk into some of these gas stations, you walk into some of these small boutiques, you walk into some of these other places because it's your line, like your company name is on the product or whatever, or the line it is, the birthday collection or whatever that is, and you walk in and sell your stuff 10 at a time. How great is that, right? Do you make the higher profit? Nope. Do you make the profit in selling in bulk? Absolutely. But they have to be simple products. So think about that also as creating some kind of reseller or wholesale program for vendors that want to buy and resell your stuff. If you got $3 to $5 in the product and you sell it to them for $7 to $10, and they can turn around and easily make $20, $25 on it, let them make it. You made your money, let them go make theirs. That makes sense? So that's a thought too. So you got the idea for here and all you're going to do, right? So just to rehash, because I know I'm throwing a lot at you. All you do, take a sheet of paper, write out the months just like this. After you write out the months, go back, think of the dates, think of the times, think of the holidays that are in those months, okay? Holidays that are in those months. And once you get all of this in, once you get it all in, go in and put in, your New Year, birthdays, all that good stuff. Now you can begin to think about what kind of products you're going to make. And finally, what's the strategy with the email list? You're sending out an email. Once you get going, you need to be sending out at least 2 emails a week. At least 2. Out of sight, out of mind. Right? So you put those emails in a, let's see. Oh, rock on. What you do with those emails is you can use MailChimp, which is super easy. And free. So MailChimp, or you can do Constant Contact. Both of those are .com. Okay? I prefer MailChimp. I'll tell you why. MailChimp gives you, I want to say the free account is up to 2,000 emails, or 2,000 or 2,500. At 2,000 emails, if you have a 10% return rate on those emails, so let's say you're sending something out to all 2,000 people twice a week, every week, right? So that is 4,000 emails a week times 4, that's 16,000 emails a month. If you have a return on 10%, now we're not even going to say 10%, 1%, 160 people purchase something a month, all right, from an email that you send out. That's not including anybody that buys off Amazon, anybody that buys off social media, because there's an idea with that too. But right now, I just want you to learn to use the emails that you already have. It's literally an ATM sitting in your pocket. If you're selling 160 items a month at a minimum profit, or at a minimum, let's say $20, that's $3,200 a month. Okay? Times 12, you're at $38,000 a year. That's just at 160 items at $20. This isn't even your big stuff. This is just a $20 this, right? Something simple that you can duplicate, that is, something with a zodiac sign on it, or something with a birthday on it, right? Or breast cancer awareness. You really want to get yourself busy. You really want to turn up. Create a breast cancer awareness, a domestic violence awareness, a child abuse, sexual abuse awareness, a sexual assault, sexual predator, sexual trafficking. Like, create a product that supports a cause, and you won't have a moment to rest. And all you do, let's say this is it, right? Let's say this is breast cancer awareness. Most women, if not all, have been affected by some sort of breast cancer. They either had an aunt, a mama, a cousin, a sister, a daughter that have dealt with it. And it's a portion of the proceeds go to breast cancer research. And we say a portion, I'm talking about business now. And a portion can literally be 5%, right? So 5% of $20 is $1. You know what I'm saying? And so the amount is not it. That's not the amount. The support that you're giving these organizations, that is what matters. But if you really want to keep yourself busy, turn around and get behind the calls. You get behind the calls, they'll buy you out. You'll have to shut it down because you'll be so busy. But that's a good problem to have, because when you're that busy, now it's time to hire. It's time to get people on board. And that is a whole different discussion. When you get to the point where you got to hire people, you're going to have some soul searching to do. Because your business, and this is something you're going to have to think about at some point, and I'll say it now, you are going to have to make a decision. Do you want to do the products yourself and it's 100% perfect? Or do you want to hire 5 people that can produce the product at 80% proficiency and sell it at 80%? But you got 5 people doing the work, and you can train them to do it. And that goes into what I was talking about when you first came on, are these 4 systems, right? The customer acquisition, how do you get your customers? The product or service delivery, this is something that you would have to work on. You'd have to think about when you make your gifts. Remember, think of Hallmark, right? Think of Publix. Amen. 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 When you think of Publix, or you think of Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A has some of the best service in fast food. And you have to think, well, they hire a certain person. Well, they don't. There are Chick-fil-A's in every neighborhood. You can put them in the hood. You can put them in the trailer park. You can put them in Buckhead or Bankhead, the rich neighborhoods, the poor neighborhoods. And they're always going to answer with a, "It's my pleasure." They're always going to answer with a, "Welcome to Chick-fil-A. How can I help you?" Bright eyes, smile. The stores are going to be clean. They even get so specific. If you ever pay attention to the mayonnaise packets, the ketchup, all of it's facing the same direction. They're paying attention to detail. Well, that's product and service delivery, right? But what's the food? Everything is simple. Their chicken is deep fried. They got a deep fried chicken. They got a grilled chicken. It don't take anything special to do that. You deep fry, set the timer, pull it out, put it on some bread. Really, really simple. Their lemonade, it's literally lemons, water, and sugar. That's it. Nothing else in it. They squeeze 100 lemons in there, water and sugar, and they make it. It's a very simple product. It's a very simple process. It's not the best lemonade on the planet, but it is what it is. And so you have to think through that when your company begins to grow. When you hire people, do you want them to be at 100%? Do they have to do it exactly like you do it? No. If they can do it at 80%, because what is the market really asking you for? The market normally isn't asking for a 10. The market is normally, they're so used to a 2. Think about it. We walk into a McDonald's or some of these restaurants, we don't even expect good service. We don't. We don't expect good service, and we don't expect our food to be right. You're going to mess up something. You're going to put pickles on there, and I told you don't. You're going to put onions on there. You're going to forget my fry, or you're going to give me a small fry and ask for a large. Like, our expectations are so low for McDonald's that when you get your bag and all of the stuff in there is right, you shout. You surprised, like, whoa, everything is how I asked for it. Well, because the bar for fast food is so low, right? So when Chick-fil-A came, to simply have people say, it's my pleasure. That's not even 10 service, right? That's not even the best, healthiest chicken on the planet. It's not even that. It's just people being courteous. And they were able to take the perception of their business from a 2, which all the other fast food restaurants are doing, to a 7, an 8, right? The market is not always asking for a 10. They're so used to a 2 that a 6 or 7 or 8 is golden to them. Does that make sense? And so when it comes time for you to hire people and begin to expand, step away from perfection. Step away from it has to be this way. It doesn't. Because that's not what people are buying. What they're buying is a very simple product. And if an 8 will do, hire 5 people that can do an 8 and you'll be a millionaire. That's just how it goes. Because if you have to do all of the work all the time, your business will never outgrow you. Because you can only do so much. You get what I'm saying? You can only make so many great, phenomenal gifts. You have to find a way to duplicate yourself. That's the way. Why do you think Christianity is one of the largest religions in the world? Jesus didn't go and try to teach everybody. He found 12. That's it. He found 12. And were they like him? Absolutely not. One was a cusser. One was a stealer. One was a fighter. One was a coward. But he found 12 men that weren't a part of the church. They weren't a part of the common day culture. He found 12 men that he could put himself into that could do the job about 80% at his level. That was it. They could go out and heal. They couldn't heal everybody. They could heal some people. That's all they needed. And all it took was those 12, and Christianity is spread all over the world. So that same principle applies to business. When you're trying to grow your business, stop trying to make people exactly like you. Find people, some of them going to be messed up. They ain't going to be, you get it. Like, they're not always going to be perfect. And make sure they're about 70, 80% of what you can do. If they can do that, you can retire in 10 years. But if you can't, you're going to be stuck in the business till you die. And what happens is the blessing then becomes the curse. Is that you're so good at what you do, the business has exploded, people are loving it, and you begin to hate what you do because now I can't spend 4 hours to make my best work because I got 15 orders waiting that I have to send out this week, right? And so that is, well, amen. I get you. Like I have to. One of my businesses was a roadside assistance business, and I'll say this, and I'll quit talking. But when I first started the business, I just left corporate America. I didn't want to deal with people like that. I don't want to put on a suit. And I started a roadside business. And what I did is when I got the van, I put water in the van. I was nice and friendly to people. Just loved talking to the people when I got out there to help them. And when I began to hire, I would fuss at some of my guys because they weren't as friendly as I was, right? They weren't as friendly as I was. They had mechanic experience, but they weren't friendly. So as a business, it frustrated me for a while. So what I had to do is I had to see what is my true value with my company. What was my true value? My true value, we weren't doing heavy mechanical work. That's not what I was looking for. I could teach the guys to do the work that I needed them to do. So what I did is I began to hire for character. I began to hire nice guys. I could teach them how to change a tire. I could teach them the basics of roadside assistance. What I couldn't teach them was to be nice. And so at the end of the day, I had some decisions to make as a business owner, and you'll have those at some point. Right now, though, what you need to focus on is this. Get your marketing calendar together, right? Find out the products that you're going to make. Find out the lines that you're going to operate in, and run with it. It's that simple. I promise it is that simple. And once you do, make you a few products. You don't believe me? Put them on Amazon. Put them on Amazon. Look at all the email addresses you have. If they're written down on paper, let your goal be to put 10 email addresses a day into MailChimp. It's a free account. It's free. It won't cost you anything but time. And all you need to do is go in. If you got a couple hundred, put in 10 or 20 a day. And in 10 days, you'll have it done. Right? Once you do that, you send out the initial email telling everybody, hey, and I can walk you through that. Right? There are 1,000,001 videos on how to do it. You just got to get it in there. With the other business, with the business program, the 7-day challenge that I put out, you're already making money with your business. You're already doing that. And so you don't need that type of confidence. You don't need the confidence of saying, I can get out and I can make $1. That's not where you are. Where you are is the other stuff. So on day 2, I'm going to go into marketing. I'm going to show you how to go to 2 websites. One is canva.com. The other one is avery.com. I'm going to show you how to make your own marketing material, where to print it off at, how to get it cut. I mean, really simple stuff. And then I show you on day 3 and 4 is how to market, how to take that piece and market it everywhere and start generating some sales for your business. All of these principles are universal. They go with any business you have. It doesn't matter. So whether you do gifts or whether you whatever, you can sell whatever, and it works. It all works. And so there you have it. It is, I'm so excited that you spent some time and came and chilled out with me today. Tonight was a lower attended video session tonight, and I'm grateful. I'm glad because it gave me an opportunity to spend some time with you and really get you where you need to be, just in your own confidence. Like, you can do this. Like, you've done it, right? Someone has paid you. If anyone has ever given you $1 for the product that you make, there's no reason you can't make $10,000 a month. None. There's none. But you have to do it. You got to get your systems in place. And these are the systems that you got to think about. How do you get your customers? How do you make your products? How do you keep in contact with your customers? And how do you operate the business, right? That could be something like QuickBooks, which is online now. I think it's $15-20 a month. There's a lot of different softwares out there. Those are the things that you need to think through. As you think through those things, and like I say, you're welcome to come back anytime. But over time, what happens, the reason why you need these in place, and I'll let you go after this. The reason why you need these in place, your true purpose as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, is to one day sell your business. That's the true purpose of it. It's not to own it all your life till you die. If these are not in place, your business is worth nothing. If you're the only person that can make the special gifts, your business is worth nothing. Because when you die, the business dies. That's why I was saying you put together products that anybody can make. That's where the money is made. That's where the money is made. So when you begin to do those things, think about the stuff that we buy in the stores. How many times have you went and bought a custom suit, a custom dress, right? That's not to say that those things aren't valuable. They are. They are super valuable. But if the model of I only make these items specifically for, whatever your requests are, Walmart wouldn't be Walmart. Target wouldn't be Target, right? Macy's. All these places, they wouldn't be who they are today if they didn't make a generic product. And I want you to come up with 3 or 4 generic products that you can tweak each month for zodiac signs, for birthdays, for special causes, breast cancer, things like that. Come up with those things. If you have to draw them out of your mind, that's fine. And then start making them. Start coming up with ideas, coming up with pieces that you can sell to the marketplace. Once you do, now when you go to an event, right? You have two ideas. One, this is to the public. These are some of the items that you can buy. Oh, this is a beautiful cup. This is a beautiful this, whatever that is. Then you have a section for wholesale, for other businesses. And that if they want to become a wholesaler of your items that you make and you put into their stores with all the branding and all this other stuff, then they can join that revolution too. They can do that. So just keep those things in mind. I hope that this has been a blessing to you. I hope that I've been able to add some kind of value to your business. And all I ask is, one, do the work. Whatever the work is, do the work. That's, it's necessary. So do the work. Just do it. Just do it. Find the time and do it. It's not going to be easy. But make yourself behave. Make yourself do the work. Bully yourself and make yourself do it. Make yourself come up with the concept. Make yourself come up with your marketing calendar. Make yourself do it. And when you do the work on the front end, on the back end, you can float. You can go rest on the beach and do all that other great stuff. But you got to grind right now. Right? Deuteronomy 8:18, he says that it is he that gives us power to obtain wealth. I truly believe one of the most frustrating prayers that God hears on a consistent basis is, Lord, I need more resources. Lord, I need more money. Lord, I need this bill paid. Because in Deuteronomy it says it is he who gives us the power to obtain wealth. If you're broke, it's a choice. Because he gave you the skill set. You make gifts. Some people may go out and clean houses. Some people can sell. Some people can paint. There is something that you can do that somebody will pay you to do. And that's where we come all the way back over to the New Testament when in Colossians he says, all that you do, whether it be in word or deed, you do it all in the name of the Lord. Right? So I don't have to put little crosses. There's an old saying, Martin Luther, which was one of the early fathers of the Christian church, he had a saying, and he said that the shoemaker honors God just as much as the priest. It's not because he puts little crosses on the shoes, but it's because of who he is. It's because he makes them with excellence. He makes the shoes with excellence every single day. He don't put little crosses on there to let people know he's saved. He lets people know that he honors God and gives glory to God because his product is excellent. Not perfect, but excellent. And so, as we move forward, I want you to just think through that. I want you to we search for perfection, but what God is really looking for is excellence. And I'm just doing the best I can with what I have. So, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have a great, great night. If I can help you with anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me, okay? You have a good night. The rest of the crew, everybody else, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. I hope you found some value. I will see you next Tuesday. We're going to go right back into talking about these 4 systems, and we'll talk about some of the, and go into detail with those systems and why those things are so important for your business. So guys, if you need me, again, at Ask Xavier J on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. I'm here for you. If you guys need anything, definitely reach out. Other than that, I will see you next week, and keep in mind that you are built for this. Take care, guys. Have a good night.